Grand. So I'm just going to pass on. So my name's Megan. Sorry, my name's Megan Hilly, and I'm actually leading on the school games in the active partnership this year, along with the 4 SGOs in Cornwall. And I have my colleague on the call, Tim, who's part of the team as well, and he's just going to go over a little bit about the why we're bringing you this event. Over to you, Tim.
Thank you very much, Megan, and thanks to those guys that have joined us now. Just also to say the message for this webinar as well is so much as being recorded, so we're going to be sharing this with everybody online. So welcome those guys that are catching up with this and are not watching this live. The why is really important to us. We've made the decision today, unfortunately, to cancel all face-to-face Cornwall School Games events this term, which was a real difficult decision to make, but because of advice from public health and where COVID rates for children are within Cornwall at the moment and year group closures, that's the decision that's been made. So it's really important that we use this virtual opportunity for children really to achieve those 60 minutes of physical activity each day, which is required. And give them that opportunity to not just be active, but to really feel part of something. The virtual school games this year is being delivered during National School Sport Week, which is an intervention from the Youth Sport Trust, which has really got that focus this year on together again. So really bringing children together, making them feel part of something. And I'll drop in the chat that link to the Youth Sport Trust National School Sport Week if you've not already registered, and you could register your school for that now and look at the benefits of registering your school for that intervention. It is also really important for us that the virtual school games is for everybody, and the way we've laid it out and the way Megan's going to explain it later, you'll see it's for whole year groups. So we really are trying to close what we call that inequality gap. We know we've got some inequalities in Cornwall. We know we have certain children and adults that are not active and are living with those inequalities. And we're using sport, physical education, physical activity to address some of those inequalities. And therefore, we want to make sure that the virtual school games really does cater for everybody as well. So you'll see when Megan presents it later, we've got some projectability in there. We've got activities for younger children as well as older children to address that. And the most important thing for us, as we know children are more physically literate, they're more likely to be active. And the way that they're going to more likely to be physically literate is through increasing the levels of enjoyment. So we really wanted to be creative with those challenges, to let children really engage with those challenges and get as much fun and enjoyment out of them as they can do later moving forward. So the why, the most important thing for us, what can we learn from that? How can we really now make sure we grow the reach of the virtual Cornwall School Games, because there's no face-to-face, and use this really as a tool to engage all children within your school moving forward. Megan's going to go through the offer that we've got, which does align very much to what the face-to-face offer was. So still a real opportunity for those children to engage within their school, and we can take away that need for children to travel and crossing over from schools. Thanks, Megan.
Great. Thank you for that, Tim. Okay, so I'm going to talk you through the challenge cards briefly. They are now live, and you'll have probably seen these before in the other 3 virtual events that we've done throughout the year. They are going to look very similar with all of the same kind of information on them. So it's what the challenge is, how to play, the equipment you'll need, who it's for, adaptations for age and ability, the scoring system, and then tips, as well as some safety. So I'm just going to show you on our website at the moment, the Active Partnership website. You can go to the Children, Young People and Families tab, click on School Games, scroll down to the Virtual Challenges little tile here, click on that one, and this gives you some information about Playways, which is the virtual platform that we'll be using to deliver this event. You scroll down and you can see our widget here, which is like a searcher finder. And underneath that, there's all the challenges that are available to you. I'm going to show you a little snippet of a dashboard that we send out to all of the people who register for the virtual offer. We send this dashboard out, and it's basically a tool, a document with all of the information you're going to need on it. And that will be getting sent out before the end of the week. And on that, it will give you a breakdown of primary challenges and secondary challenges, as well as those projectability challenges as well that Tim was mentioning earlier. And that will probably be an easier way for you to navigate through these challenges. But just for now, so you can see them as an example, if I click into one, this screen comes up. To enter the challenge, I'll click enter, and it will take you over to our virtual area on Playways, and you'll see this screen. So as of Monday, what you'll be able to do is enter a team. You won't see it like this right now. You'll see it like this as of Monday, but right now, the challenge hasn't technically started yet. So if you return to the challenge, you'll see the PDF, and when you click that, it will give you this nice challenge card that you can download and share with your students on your virtual platform, so Seesaw or whatever it is that you use. So I just wanted to share that with you, and just let you know that the challenge cards are now live, so you can go and have a look at them on our website and then via the Playways app. The dashboard will look like this. So this is what we will create for you as the Cornwall School Games team, and we'll send this out to you. And this is what I'm talking about. The challenges here with the primary, secondary and projectability breakdown all are linked challenges, so you'll be able to click them and it will take you straight through. The results, we're going to give you some resources to be able to collate the results from your pupils in school. This is like the middle, you're the middleman basically. So what we need you to do as teachers is deliver these challenges in your school, and then collate the results between from the pupils who have taken part, and give us one final number that you will then submit to us on Playways. And there's a step-by-step here that you can see of how you will submit those results. So like I said, pupils' results should be collated by teachers. What I'm going to just do quickly is I'm going to actually show you what it's like to submit a result. So when you come back to this screen here and you enter a challenge, you'll then be able to enter a team, and it will take you to this screen. So it's a 3-step process on Playways. You'll need to enter a new team, and you'll get a little slide bar that will pop up. And I'm going to enter a Year 9 Boardman College. So team name, it needs to be something that's identifiable to you. So you're going to have to write something that's different from everyone else. So Year 9 Boardman College, the school will be Boardman College. Don't worry too much about captain or team logo. We'll need this demographic information. This is really important for us at the Cornwall School Games, because it helps with our reporting and getting funding for next year's events. So I'm just going to fill this in to show you very, very roughly. It'll give you number of participants. This is really important for us. The number of free school meal children we're interested in, because that's going to help us with our tackling inequalities work. And the number of special educational needs and disabled participants as well. And then you will fill in the year group, and you can add lots of other teams. So for every year group you have, please enter a new team. Okay, so you'll get a list of some different teams, Year 9, Year 10, etc. When you press continue, you'll see your teams there. You can confirm, and this then enables you to have these hosted teams to then be able to submit results. So when you return to the challenge, you'll then be able to see your results pop up. Enter result, and you can enter results like that. Okay, so hopefully this should be really easy for you to enter results, and you will actually only be able to see your school. So I hope that makes sense. So the dashboard will be going out before the end of the week. And like we say, we want pupils to take part in the challenges and teachers to collate pupils' results. The overall result should be one single year group number. So the number of participants in that year group that have taken part in the challenge, and then their overall total number of points that they have got from that challenge. We then will collate the results and use our unique formula to work out a fair end result. And the winners will be emailed, the gold, silver, bronze winners of each challenge will be emailed to let know that they've won, and every participant will receive a participation certificate. And then people who, this is wrong, it says gold, silver, bronze will place a glass trophy. Oh no, winners will just receive a glass trophy, and that will be with you in the weeks after the event. So I know that was a bit of a whistle-stop tour, but I'm happy to kind of receive any questions. If you think of anything later and you want to get in touch, you're welcome to contact me at megan.hilly@cornwall.gov.uk, or you can contact your local SGO, your school games organiser. But what I'll do as well is, just in case anyone hasn't registered, I'm going to pop a link to registration in the chat as well, so that you can see. And I'll stop sharing my screen now. So I would like to invite anyone that's got any questions just to come in now. So
just to add from me, Megan, sorry, just to add, as we try and encourage more schools to register and take part over that 2-week period of the virtual school games, we've got some of the Cornwall School Games branded T-shirts that we want to give an incentive. So every school that's registered by the end of this week, by the end of play on Friday, would receive an allocation of Cornwall School Games T-shirts that will get sent to your school as well. So please do register, please do engage, and please do take part, thinking of that theme together again, so we can engage as many children as possible throughout Cornwall as we have done before.
Thank you. So we've got a question in the chat from Louise. Thank you, Louise. How are results calculated to make them fair for small schools? So our formula actually helps that. It's kind of like another step to the process. So when we collate the results, we use the number of participants and we divide that number, the number of participants who were involved in the challenge, divided by the number of participants who are on roll in that year group in that school. And then we times that number by the total amount of points that were achieved in that challenge. So we try our best to make it as fair as possible. But ultimately, the kind of goal for the virtual offer is to kind of have that breadth of reach and maximize that participation. So the more you actually, we've tried to encourage that with our formula. So the more numbers you get to participate, the better off you're going to be. So the closer to the full amount of people in that year group that you get to participate is going to make your chances better. So I hope that answers your question, Louise. Cool, thank you. If there's anything else, please feel free to unmute yourself or write it in the chat box. And if you've got colleagues in other schools or colleagues that might have missed this webinar, we're going to be recording it. And also there's some links in the chat function around National School Sports Week and the registration form. So you can feel free to spread those links around to any colleagues in the sector that you have that you feel might want to see. Okay, I think that was pretty short and sweet, but we kind of got through all the information we needed to. So anyone who's registered will receive the dashboard before the end of the week. And if you've got any questions, like I say, please be in touch and we'll be happy to get back to you. So thanks very much for your time this afternoon. I hope you have a nice evening and we will see you soon.